Hi, welcome back to Finally Revealed. I'm Michelle. In this video, I want to talk about how to be memorable. And this can arise in lots of things. It can be a first date. It can be being introduced to someone's parents when you're getting ready to be engaged. It can be a job interview. Either way, you are interviewing or you are being interviewed. It can be a sales call. It can be any situation where you are being introduced to someone for the first time or someone is being introduced to you. And like I said, it goes both ways. I looked up the definition of memorable in several different dictionaries, and here's what they said. To be notable, to be worth remembering, and then they said especially because of being unusual or special. Now I might think unusual might make you infamous or notorious or something other than memorable, but here we want to use memorable in the positive sense. So I came up with two general categories, and based on my own experience and what seems to just be, I don't want to say common sense, but just seems to be the most effective, the most easy to understand, and something that you can apply to all of the different situations. The first category is ease. The next category is extra. So let's tackle ease first. I have ease divided up into five things, and this is in the interaction, okay? The first thing is you want to have positive, high energy. We have another video, and I'll put the link below. We're all responsible for the own energy, how we show up to a situation. And if someone comes in and they're dragging or they're tired, or for example, a work situation, somebody pops in the morning and their butt is dragging on the ground, they had a terrible weekend. The next person pops in and they had a good weekend. Really, those two situations shouldn't matter. You need to gear yourself up and present yourself for that situation. Take care of your own stuff before you get there. So you want to have, now not crazy, but positive, high energy, so that you're ready for this situation that is going to happen right now and you're being present. And the next thing, you want to be natural. You may, in certain of these situations, you're going to be nervous or uncertain or hesitant or excited. And by being natural, are you a friendly person? Not everyone is friendly with someone who they just meet, so you don't want to be fake. You want to be natural. So you'll be polite, you'll be conversant, you'll be collegial, you want to be friendly, you might not be overly friendly and then the other thing is if you can use some type of humor. Again, you should not come in with a set of knock-knock jokes or something that you just heard on Serious Comedy Channel or something that you saw on a Chris Rock video. But if you can inject your personality, your natural personality, let it come through. What are your best qualities? How can that come through? It should come through automatically, and you shouldn't have to think about it. But again, if you're nervous or excited, then you might be a little bit paralyzed about how you're acting, and just think about being natural to the extent that you can. And when you convey that and you come across, they'll see part of your personality. And if if there's some type of humor or something that can come through, that will help you ease the situation. The next thing in the ease part is balanced conversation. You don't want to dominate, and you don't want to be dominated. So you want it to be a balanced give and take. Now, if someone is dominating towards you, you don't want to come in and jump over the top of them and stop them. But at an opportunity to give a little balance, when you have an opening, add a little bit more. So that they're giving, because it's a give and take situation, and you need to give a little bit of information on your side so they even know who you are. All right, so balance in the conversation or communication. And going along with that, don't add filler. Be aware of the time. If it's an interview, you have a set slot. If it's an introduction to someone's parents, you're picking up your date, you're not going to spend 3 hours there. You're going to come in, make your comments, and go on. If it is introducing your staff to a new member or a new person who's come on your team, you want your comments and your interaction to be, fairly tight and, get to the point. And that's the other part for filler. If this is a job interview, you want to talk about the subject at hand. If this is a sales communication, you might have some pleasantries there. You want to introduce yourself, give a little bit of information about you, being natural, so that they can identify who you are versus the 17 other people who are going to come in to try to sell them that day. And then get to the point. Don't beat around the bush. In a job interview, you might make a comment about the company or the office or something, you're looking around, but you're not going to go into detail about complimenting this person on what they're wearing and their jewelry or their briefcase or their aftershave, or get to the point. Be aware of what the circumstances are and stay on track. And in particular, in an interview or a sales situation, you only have a certain amount of time, and you need to get in there, your value proposition. And then finally, on the ease part, leave them with a good feeling. Have a closing. Don't just run away. Conclude the conversation. Talk about a follow-up. Talk about a next step. Thank them for the opportunity. Say goodbye. Be present, and leave them with a good feeling. So you want front to back ease. Now the next part is the fun part. That's the extra. If it's an interview, if it's a sales, you want to show how you're different. You want to show value. If it's a personal situation, you want to show some type of a connection so they remember, oh, you're the dad or the mom where their son Jimmy is on the same team or same school, or you also have 2 children, they have 2 children, or you also have dogs, or it was a terribly snowy day that day that you're coming in, or a terribly hot day, and you gave them a little story. Any type of little story will help. The other way you can do it is with your appearance. Do you have some type of a signature scent? Hopefully it's not too overpowering. This works better in a personal situation where you have a signature scent. We have a judge on our Supreme Court who wears pins, brooches on her clothes, or she used to. And not only that, but they moved. So she would move in the chair, it would be jingling. Something that you would, look, I remember it. So it was memorable. Something about that. Some people wear a hat. Some people always wear a red lipstick. Some guys bring their briefcase everywhere, or you have a certain notebook. Or some people always use a fountain pen. Or someone might wear a handkerchief in their pocket if they wear a suit. Some people wear bow ties. So see what I'm saying? It's an individual type thing, but it's like a signature type of thing that makes them memorable. It's their extra. So something that is, you see what I'm saying? It's something that's their signature. It indicates a particular style. And so that extra plus the ease will make you memorable. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments or questions below. Subscribe to see the other videos. Share this with someone who may need it. And all together now, come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching.